What's up, friends? You can blame this dude right here. He made me late to the live show today. I was supposed to go live at noon, and this one decided to film his own unboxing, although I did get to participate in it, which was fun. But he is the reason I'm not going live till 12:08 here, you loser.
Pigs can fly.
We did a Yu-Gi-Oh! Unboxing on his Millennium Legends channel. Let me go ahead and put the link to that in our chat here in case
you're shouting me out.
I am shouting
Thank
you out. You're welcome.
I appreciate you.
Yeah, I know. Now I gotta find you. But if you see my background here, it's a little bit different than normal. I am currently up at Anthony's, and I have my gaming setup here. So I've got my gaming PC. I've been doing Twitch streams now, so I started that. I will be leading into a Twitch stream after the live today. Still need to work on the background here. Not the best background to have for live streams. All of Anthony's Yu-Gi-Oh, all our board games and puzzles. Yeah, we need to work on this. I might get, honestly, a green screen because my webcam is set up to be green screen enabled. I cannot find.
We'll get one.
Is it Millennium Legend Plays? Plays.
Yeah, is it?
Legends Plays. Okay, so here's the channel for Anthony here. He does Yu-Gi-Oh! Unboxings, in case you're interested. We just did.
None of them are at all, but.
Hey, they might be.
They may be.
If you like me, I'm pretty geeky, so you might like Yu-Gi-Oh! I don't know.
You show up on videos.
I do.
Yeah.
I
so
show up in some videos. So if you want to see the video we just did, he obviously just finished it literally like 2 minutes ago when I started this live. I was like hitting live as he's filming his outro because he already made me late, but it is what it is.
Sorry.
But yeah, if you go to that channel, I put in the chat, that's his, and he does Yu-Gi-Oh! Unboxings, and we did a Giant Eagle unboxing. We found Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards at a Giant Eagle. So
one and only.
Yeah. It was very different than normal. But back to, like actually what we're here for, which is, reading. Today we are discussing Ruin and Rising because we finished the final book, and then we are going into Six of Crows. I stupidly left my copy of Six of Crows back home instead of bringing it up with me. I took a day off, kind of unexpectedly, work. So I wasn't fully prepared to come up here. I came up a day early and just wasn't paying attention to what I actually needed to pack to come up. So I did purchase the audiobook on Audible for Six of Crows, and as I'm reading it, I'm going to play some Animal Crossing on my Switch Lite because I haven't played in quite some time. Oh, hi Bree, thanks. I decided to curl it today because was doing the Twitch stream, and then we're going out later. We're going to go to IKEA. Mm-hmm. And not that I have to curl my hair for IKEA, but I'm headed to IKEA later to get some, I believe they're called Alex drawers, and I'm going to put my gaming PC on them so that it's not taking up space on my desk. Bree says hi, Anthony.
Hello, Bree. How are you?
He's just chilling in the background. But yeah, we're going to talk about Ruin and Rising, Six of Crows, pretty much whatever you guys want to talk about today. I theme these around the Grishaverse read-along, but we often get sidetracked here in the chat. I'm good. Hope you're well, Anthony.
Woo.
He said woo. So, whatever that means. So, in regards to Ruin and Rising, did everyone finish the book? Did you enjoy it? What were your thoughts? How did you like the ending? All that good stuff. I take it that as he's good. Yes. I think you speak fluent Anthony. Anthony, does woo mean you're good?
Oh, I'm glad she's good. I'm good too. Everyone's good.
Everyone's good.
Everyone's good.
Pikachu's good. So, story behind Pikachu here. We were at Target, the one place I go to pick up one thing and can't, focus and just buy a bajillion things instead. But we passed Pikachu, and I just get like really emotionally attached to stuffed animals because they have feelings. Because freaking Toy Story did me in. And I was going to walk away from this Pikachu, and Anthony was like, oh, no one loves him because he was the last one in the aisle. And he was like, he's going to be lonely. So I did purchase a $30 Pikachu because I felt bad for Pikachu. That's who I am as a person, if you were ever wondering. Okay, so Ruin and Rising. Back to the chat today. Ruin and Rising is the final book of the Shadow and Bone trilogy. So there's a lot happening, a lot going on. I don't want to go too into the details just so I'm not spoiling anything for anyone. But I will say this was a reread for me. So I will say that it ended up being a lot better this time around for me as opposed to previous read of it. The character that Alina ends up like feeling better this time around than it did the original time around, and the person I wanted her to end up with, I realize is not really the best for her. So I feel like I grew as a reader trying to decipher who belongs with who kind of thing. And I don't know if it's because I already knew who she was going to end up with, or if I've just like accepted that or like seen the growth in the characters. But yeah, that is how Ruin and Rising went for me. I was reading it till I want to say like 11:30 at night on March 31st, just to get it done in time for this, and to say that I completed it in March, before April, so I could complete my March TBR. I really thought I was going to get to House of Dragons and Send Me Their Souls, but I did not. So that was kind of disappointing to myself. This is why I really need to be careful how I set my TBRs for the month, because I get really ambitious and then I get disappointed with myself when I don't meet them. I have to get stabbed for science, but I will be back as soon as possible. What an entrance and exit you just made, Callum. Go have fun getting stabbed for science. But I will see you as you return. Classic Callum, right? It's like the other day when he came in and aggressively was like, hello. But as I said, I left my copy of Six of Crows at home, so I'm going to do the audiobook. I'm going to play some Animal Crossing while I do the audiobook here, and we're probably just going to start with like a 20-minute reading sprint. That way I can just like start powering through. I need to download it real quick to... I did not mean to hit start. I'm going to download it real quick. All right, here we go. Quick. Do any of you read audiobooks? I personally freaking love audiobooks. Oh, Brie, maybe I'll come visit your island while I'm reading Six of Crows. I needed to get a capture card, or I think that's what it's called, so that I can play for Twitch. Brie, what's your favorite audiobook? I am personally super into the like contemporaries, and also I really get into sci-fi for some reason. Want me to send you the one I got, like a link to it? Yeah, that'd be great. I think Anthony has one, so I might steal it from him, but I don't know if it would work. I have a Switch Lite, so I don't know if it would work. I really like nonfiction audiobooks. Creativity Inc. is one of my faves. Have you read Do Nothing? Let me see who it's by. I think it's by Celeste Headley. I just read that as a nonfiction. It was really, really good. It was about like the power of Um, taking time to, oh, you can capture Switch lights. Okay, cool. Maybe I'll do that instead of League of Legends tomorrow and just show people how much my animals hate me when I leave them alone for months on end. So yeah, Celeste Headley. So it's do nothing. Oh, you can't. Oh, dang it. I really wanted a regular Switch, but I ended up with a Switch Lite because it was all that was in stock due to the pandemic. So I really want to get a regular Switch. Anthony wants a Switch too, so we're probably going to pull our money together to get a regular Switch so that we can do things. But at least I can visit your island. You waited months to get a regular one because it wasn't in stock. It was crazy. I wanted one so badly, though, that I just had to get the Switch Lite. So I got the little turquoise one here. So I can't show you what's going on while I'm playing, but you can read your audiobook or read your book while we're doing reading sprints. Okay, so I have my audiobook here. Oh, Do Nothing is about like the power of prioritizing your time and what's it called? I'm like losing my train of thought, but the like importance of doing hobbies for the sake of hobbies and not for the sake of work, which I really liked. So, yes. Because I feel like there's so much pressure nowadays to turn all your hobbies into side gigs as opposed to just for fun. Like, yes, this could potentially be, like, BookTube could potentially be a source of income for me, but I don't think it'll ever be like a full-time gig for me. I'm way too, I have to do things all the time. So it's more of like a hobby for me. And I just really have fun coming on lives and talking to people and doing some reading sprints and that sort of thing. It took me forever to get to the point where I was comfortable doing lives because it's really hard to fill space when no one's talking to you and you're just talking to yourself. I've gotten better at it, I think. That's fair. I waited to get the regular because I wanted to capture it so badly. There really is. I think there's a way to monetize a hobby without it being a job. Exactly. Like it can be a side gig and maybe it like the monetization is just it supporting itself as opposed to it being your source of income. So like for example, whatever money I make on BookTube could be potentially just money to put back towards books. Or same with Twitch, it could be money to put back towards games as opposed to a source of income. So the hobby just supports itself as opposed to supporting me fully. But this has nothing to do with Six of Crows. So we'll continue this chat in Twitch because I feel like it has more to do with Twitch. But yes, let's do a 20-minute reading sprint. We will go till what time is it? It's 12:21. So read until 12:41. Let's do 42 because it's already 21. And then I'll send when we get to 22. And then if you guys are reading, let me know what you're reading, all that good stuff. And then I'm just going to be reading, audiobooking Six of Crows, as I said, and then playing Animal Crossing while I listen to the Six of Crows audiobook. All right, let's read until 12:42. All right, friends, it is now 12:42. How did your reading go? Hello, Planet BookTube. Thanks for being here. I haven't chatted with you in so long. Oh my gosh, thanks for being here. I got, let's see, about a chapter and a half into Six of Crows, and I got insulted by a lot of my villagers for being gone for 3 months. Don't tell Callum, but I haven't done reading today. Oh, like the Clash of Kings, you're allotted. What is it you guys do? Like 2 chapters per day? What if Callum's back? I don't think he'd be back by now, actually. Yeah, I'm 3 chapters behind. Hey, you could be worse. You could be still on the first 10 pages like me. So you're definitely killing it. Where are you guys at now? Like halfway through? I'm pretty far behind. Yeah. So if you don't know, Bree and Callum Bree and Callum are doing a Game of Thrones buddy read, and I've just been sucking at being part of that and not really participating. So, yeah. But yeah, I was getting like reprimanded by all my villagers. Let me pull up I took a screenshot of the one because the bear or the eagle guy was not happy. He was like, the way you just disappeared for 3 months ago. The way you just disappeared 3 months ago, we figured it was all some kind of hush-hush thing. I was like, oh, sorry. We're only a few chapters in. We only restarted it last week because we tried to wait for you. Well, I appreciate you trying to wait for me. I did not do well at participating. I personally read Six of Crows during the reading sprint. As I said, I got about a chapter and a half in. I always find it funny how Lee's books start. They always start with the chapter from the point of view of someone who is like not at all involved with the world. You love Six of Crows. Are the audiobooks good? Well, so far, I don't know if I like the female narrator. I think I've heard this female narrator before, but as a Nej, I don't think it works. So I'm not really vibing with at least chapter 2. The male narrator is okay, but I'm really bad at reading audiobook fantasies. I find it really hard to focus on fantasies for audiobooks. I can typically do it with like a reread, so I'm rereading Six of Crows. I already know what happened, but as like initial read, I can't really do audiobooks or fantasies as audiobooks for whatever reason. I can do sci-fi, which is strange because I feel like those type of books would be just as hard. But fantasy, I just cannot focus. Like I read Heart So Fierce and Broken in March as an audiobook. After I read A Curse So Dark and Lonely. A Curse So Dark and Lonely was a reread, so I did do that one as audiobook. And I hadn't read A Heart So Fierce and Broken yet, but for whatever reason, I could not get into A Heart So Fierce and Broken, and I might need to reread it in April to get on to A Vow So Bold and Deadly, because I just could not pay attention to what was going on. Maybe it's because the world building is so hard to grasp. Yeah. But like science fiction, I feel like would have just as hard world building to grasp. I don't know. Maybe it's the type of sci-fi. I'm typically more on the like dystopian-esque side of sci-fi, so maybe that's why it's easier. Like Renegades, I loved as audiobooks. I loved the Lunar Chronicles as audiobooks. I loved. I read the Fifth Wave series, I think, as audiobooks. They weren't my favorite, but I still was able to listen to them. I can't even remember what else I've read. Obviously, Illuminae Files is great as audiobooks because they're almost made to be audiobooks. I feel like sci-fi just put so much production into theirs because they have like the music and the sound effects and a full cast typically for sci-fi. So maybe that's why it's easier for me to follow along. Sci-fi is typically more grounded in things we know, whereas fantasy is usually not. That makes sense. Yeah. I mean, I know all about princesses. What are you talking about? I live as a princess every day. But I'm about to head into Meg, please. Hey, let me live my own fantasy. It's fine. I just need my crown, and then we're good to go. But yeah, fantasies are more on like, I guess I haven't really like paid much attention to war and that sort of element, and like sword fighting and that kind of thing. Whereas sci-fi is more about space, and I was so into astronomy when I was younger, so I guess that makes sense. I like dystopians. I was super into like the Hunger Games when I was younger. I don't know, but yeah, I can see how that works. Also, like fantasies typically have like just a lot of perspectives going on, whereas sci-fi I think has less. So maybe that helps. I don't know. But yeah, I can do sci-fi and contemporary as audiobooks. But to answer your question, I am indifferent right now about the Six of Crows audiobook. It's kind of back and forth. It's good, but not at the same time. I'll probably honestly stop doing the audiobook version when I get back home and have the physical in front of me, because I do want to reread it as a physical format. I do want to like annotate it and point out my like favorite scenes in the book and that sort of thing. So I probably will go back to the physical format when I have the physical book in front of me. I do prefer physical for sure. Maybe if I wasn't playing Animal Crossing while doing it, maybe if I was doing something like coloring or like a puzzle or something, a little more or less distracting, I guess, I could give a better answer. But yeah. Anyways, I'm about to go onto a Twitch stream where I'm going to do Stardew. Stardew Valley is kind of like Animal Crossing, but it's a simulation like farming game, but there's a lot of storyline in it and goals in it, which is different than Animal Crossing. Animal Crossing, you have the farming element and you have like the relationship building element, but Stardew has so many hidden storylines and that sort of thing. I haven't played either very much, so there could be a lot more similarities that I don't know of. But yeah, I'm going to switch over to Stardew on my Twitch channel. I'll put the link in the chat here so you guys can go check that out if you want to hang out further. I'm going to be streaming from 1 to 3. So I'll probably hop off here pretty soon so I can make sure I'm ready to go at 1 o'clock over there. But yeah, I've just started my Twitch channel. I've only done Stardew so far, but I do want to do some League of Legends. I do want to play Ooblets and Sims, and I'll probably get into some first-person shooters if I'm playing with Anthony. I'm not good at them when I'm by myself, but Anthony can usually guide me through them. So I'll probably do some of those. But yeah, I'm gonna head over to Twitch now. So if you guys want to head over there, I'm gonna end the stream here now so that I can go to the bathroom, get some more water, and then make sure that my webcam and mic and everything are ready for Twitch streaming. So I'll see you guys over there at 1 o'clock. Thanks for joining my reading sprints today. And I'll see you guys either next live stream over here or on Twitch. So thanks for joining. Bye, everyone.